What's happening, guys? John Hendricks here for Boot Crew Media, coming at you with an episode of The Drive presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Well, after Sunday's results, the Saints are still alive in the playoff contention race for the division. Obviously, where they're at in the standings, 5-9, that's kind of not realistic, right? We think about it, but the fact is, let's talk about Dumb and Dumber. You're telling me there's a chance. Yes, there's less than a 5% chance right now for the Saints to make the playoffs. Just kind of break it down for you and just kind of talk through that a little bit so everybody's understandable or understanding it. So obviously the main thing is they got to win out, and they really the first scenario would be win out, let Tampa lose 2 of their next 3. That would be the easiest path for the Saints. Going to be hard, right? Because this team hasn't won back-to-back games all season. So they're going to be traveling up to Cleveland. That'll be the first one. And then obviously you have Philly right behind them. Now with Philly, obviously we got some interesting news on Monday that Jalen Hurts could be out for a little bit longer for the rest of the regular season too. That remains to be seen, but that's really important for New Orleans just because they play them. They haven't beat Philly. They played them several straight times over in Philly. Third straight year they're going to be playing them. They just haven't done well there. That would be an interesting one. But, look, this team has got to win. That's the main thing. And then they're going to have to rely on some luck, which is really not something that bodes well for the Saints. But, just breaking it down. So New Orleans is going to be at Cleveland this weekend. You got Tampa Bay at Arizona. Again, and just kind of break down the rest of their schedule. Tampa Bay's at Arizona. Then they got Carolina at home, and then they close out the season at Atlanta. Carolina has Detroit, very red-hot team right now, at Tampa, and then they're going to play the regular season finale at New Orleans. Atlanta is going to be at Baltimore. Then they got Arizona at home, and then they got Tampa at home. So that's going to be interesting. And so there's some voodoo math, some situations where the Saints, even if they do lose and can get to 7-10, there is a possibility for them to still get the NFC South, but they would have to absolutely beat Carolina, and they're going to have to hope that Tampa loses out too, and some other things are going to happen and fall there. But main thing is that the division has been kind of horrible, been porous, if you will. And then, they're going to have to hope for some other things to happen here. But the best path for the Saints right now is to win out. But is that realistic? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think you look at the less than 5% chance and say, well, I think this is an opportunity. But you saw Tampa and how they gave up a big lead. I thought that was a game that was going to see them, kind of get over the hurdle, especially after they rallied behind to have that soul crushing defeat for the Saints at the hands of the Saints. So we'll just kind of have to see how it plays out. But Carolina is a team that's kind of ascending, but now they got to host a red hot Detroit Lions team. In Atlanta, you saw what happened. Baltimore, that's going to be an interesting one. But Saints still alive in the playoff race. Have to have some things happen. Their biggest path is going to be to win the NFC South. We'll see how it all goes. As always, stay tuned to Boot Crew Media, and thanks DraftKings Sportsbook for producing today's show. Don't forget to throw down your $5 bet and use the code BOOT to get $200 in free bets. And the NFL season is almost at a close. We'll see how it plays out. Anything's possible in today's NFL. I'm John Hendricks, signing out.